Right then, Luke. Well, you scored 22 on the first paper, so hopefully we'll see an improvement on that. Okay, so 2 for that, 1 for that. The sum of that is correct, what you're doing, but it's not 108, it's 102. So you lose a mark for that, and then that is correct, 28. Now with this one, something has gone wrong, and this point is not reflected out far enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That point should be going to there. Apart from that, the other points are in the right place, but that's then going to look very messy. You're going to get 1 out of 2 for that. Total for the page: 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is a quadrilateral, so you're looking for a four-sided shape, either a rectangle or a rhombus. This should be an isosceles triangle. You haven't shown me that it's an isosceles. You haven't called it an isosceles. There's not enough for the marks. 2, 5, 7, 8 is correct. Now you've given me a choice of 2 here, neither of which are correct because neither of them are odd. Right, you've underlined odd, which is good, but both of those are even numbers. Those are correct. That is correct. Well done. That is correct. That is correct. That's wrong. 34 kilometers is probably the distance from Tenby to Carmarthen. London to Paris is a lot further. It's in fact that one. And similarly, 6 square meters is quite a large space. It's more like an area of a floor than an area of a page. Area of the page would be 600 square centimeters. So only 2 out of 4 there. Total for the page: 7. 1 out of 50 is correct, and that is correct as well. So 3 there. 48 is correct. This isn't. There aren't 66 boys, there are 76 boys. If you check that again, so that one's wrong. 168 girls is also, this is wrong with you. So you're not going to get that correct. It is risen as the bars get wider. In fact, it has fallen. If you think, if this is this year's year 7, last year's year 7 was bigger, the one before that was bigger and bigger and bigger, so it's actually fallen. The number of kids coming in year 7 every year is getting smaller. The largest is the current year 11. So 4 for that page. 27 and 57 are correct. That's not right. It's not 11h plus 7h, it is just 7h. 5 and 6 make 11h, take away 4h equals 7h. So that's not right. And your method is wrong for that. Okay, what you need to do, the 5 and the A are joined by a times, 3 and the B are joined by a times, so that becomes 5 times 6 plus 3 times 4, and then because of bod mass we do the multiplying before the add, so we do 30 add 12 is 42. 20 is wrong. What's happening is every time the x number, the first number, is being multiplied by 4 to get the second number. You've doubled it. Here the number of cubes is not 28. What you need to do is count the number of cubes in the front layer that you can see. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cubes in one layer, and you've got 3 layers, so there are 21 cubes. And then you need to give the units, and the units of volume are centimeters cubed. So no marks there. And to measure the size of ABC, that little hat is telling you that there's an angle you're supposed to be measuring. So ABC is that angle there, which you need a protractor to do. If you haven't got one, you need to buy one. Have a look at how I've done it, and hopefully it'll make sense. So there's only 2 marks on that page, I'm afraid. Protractor work, so you need to make sure you get your head around that. This is 7 jugs, but you haven't told me how many will be left over. It's not 7 jugs, it's 7 crates. So you've got the 7, but you're not telling me what's left over. 2 marks for the page. "40 miles is wrong because he's already 10 miles at 9 o'clock, so it's actually 30 miles. So that's wrong. Is faster because the graph decreases in speed. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for you to tell me that because it's steeper before he stops than after, the steeper the graph, faster he's traveling, and that's not right either. And neither is that. So no marks for there. No marks on that page. That is in the wrong point. That's alright, that's alright. So you got 1 point in the wrong place. Positive is the right answer there. Your line of best fit, you don't make it go through 0, 0. You do try to make it in a similar steepness to the points on the graph, so it would look something like that. Here this isn't right because that line there is 2, so it needs to be 4 in the enlargement, which would take it to there. This is 4, which means it needs to be 8 in the enlargement. 2, 4, 6, 8, which would take it to there. So that point is wrong and that point is wrong, and also you aren't using the center of enlargement correctly. It doesn't mean you start your drawing there. It tells you that you need to start your drawing in the original. It's 2 squares horizontally from A, so in the enlargement it needs to be 4 squares horizontally from A, so your graph should start being drawn there. So there's not enough there for any marks. Here you haven't reflected, and the mirror is in the wrong place, so that's totally wrong as well. So on that page you've only got 2 marks. Watch the video clip, make sure you can get your head around that. This you have rotated through 90 degrees, but it isn't through the right point, which is the point 2, 1, which you'd be spinning about there. So you only get 1 mark there. That is correct. 2 marks. So 3 marks for the page. And nothing on the back. So for this paper, Luke, you have scored 5, 12, 16, 18, 20, 25. 25 out of 100 is a G. If I include your first paper, where you got 22 out of 100, That would give you, for the two papers, if this was your GCSE, a score of 47 out of 200, which would be a grade G. So there's a long way to go, Luke. You've got a lot of mistakes in there that you need to learn how to put right. But there is an improvement in the week, but it needs to be, I need to see a bigger improvement very quickly.